Hey everyone, welcome to Stark Excursions, where we explore the food and points of interest in the Low Country and beyond. Today I'm standing on the corner of West Jones and Jefferson Street, right in the heart of Savannah's historic landmark district. Behind me is a place that's been feeding Savannians since 1933, the Crystal Beer Parlor. Now that front door you're looking at, it's exit only. Stick with me and I'll show you where you actually want to come in. So wow, I mean, look at this place. It's a classic brick corner building with simple signage and framed windows that genuinely whisper of a bygone era. I mean, the whole exterior blends seamlessly with the Savannah's historic district. Now, as we come around the corner here, I want you to note that here's the parking lot, and it's important to note that it's free if you arrive early enough. Now as we keep walking and we come around the corner here, we're now going to see the entrance that customers are meant to use. Let's head inside. Wow, as we step through the door, you almost feel it right away. The photos of Georgia landmarks and some of Savannah's most famous, and we'll say colorful, citizens covering just about every inch of wall space. You've got Edison bulbs, warm wood, vintage pieces scattered throughout. I mean, it's just casual, it's comfortable, it's got real character. Now, as I'm walking in, we're going to go ahead and pass right by the bar, and I want you to take a good look at this. That is original woodwork right there. And from what I've read, it hasn't changed much since Blocko Manning was pouring drinks behind it back in the 30s. They've got a full craft beer selection, heavy on local Georgia breweries, and even carry what they call a Beers of Our Fathers list, which is retro beer brews that you can't find just anywhere. So if you're a beer person, you could honestly just park yourself right here and call it a night. But we've got a table, so let's go see what the kitchen's all about. So here's the backstory, and it's a good one. The Crystal Beer Parlor is Savannah's oldest restaurant, serving locals and visitors since 1933. Originally opened during the Great Depression in a building that started life as a grocery store in the early 1900s, the restaurant's early owner, a colorful character known as Blocko Manning, ran the place as a speakeasy during Prohibition, and even did time for bootlegging, where he reportedly crossed paths with one of Al Capone's men. In fact, the Crystal was one of the first establishments in America to serve alcohol after Prohibition was repealed, probably because the booze was already on the premises. Owner John Nichols has carried that rich legacy forward since 2009, and the soul of this place is very much intact. So let's talk food, because that's what you came here for, isn't it? We ordered a spread today. We had a couple appetizers, fried pickles and duck wings. And some of the main entrees that were ordered was a gyro, a double-decker club, the Hamburger Steak, a salad, and there was a cup of their famous creamy crab stew. Now, across the board, the food was good, but two dishes genuinely stood out. Those jalapeno duck wings were absolutely packed with flavor. They were tossed in this sweet chili sauce that just had that right kick to them. Don't skip those if you have a chance. And the Hamburger Steak, seasoned ground chuck with grilled onions, creamy mashed potatoes, and brown gravy. That just reminded me of an elevated Salisbury steak. It's just pure Southern comfort done right. Honest, satisfying, there's no pretense. The crab stew was thick and rich, just as advertised. Hey, the Gyro held its own. If I had to point out one miss, it was probably the double-decker club. Was kind of the least exciting thing on the table. Perfectly fine, just nothing that'll haunt your dreams. As far as the price goes, you're looking at a typical sit-down dining experience here in Savannah. For a couple or a small group, totally reasonable, but for a family of 5, you need to budget somewhere between $120 and $150 before tip. That's not cheap, but you're paying for quality and history. So, should the Crystal Beer Parlor be on your Savannah itinerary? Here's the short answer: absolutely. It's one of those rare places that draws both tourists and strong local clientele. Always the best sign you could find. Now, it's an iconic spot that somehow still feels like a hidden gem. The food's made fresh, the history is real, the atmosphere cannot be faked, and it's steps away from Forsyth Park and the rest of the historic district. Hey, skip the tourist traps and River Street and come here instead. Order those duck wings, order that hamburger steak, get a cup of that crab stew. I promise you won't regret it. Hey, that's all for this review. Listen, if this helped you plan your Savannah trip, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hey, we've got a lot more coming as we continue exploring the Lowcountry cuisine and everything else this area has to offer. Stay tuned.